Welcome again, everyone. Jerry's Old Guy Review, and we're letting it fly on Fridays. Oh, there he is, literally again. Sitting on the floor, looked at me walking like, what are you doing? Oh, you're doing my thing. Oh, Teddy, baby. Oh, get down, Teddy's up. Hi, bub. Are you visiting? You're gonna... There have been comments in the comment section about the director. We used to have the producer director in his mommy, but now I think we're going to divide the duties. Episode 23, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Excuse me, that is not what the director does. Oh, the producer is also here. And you guys love the tomfoolery. Welcome to my world. This is my everyday. Because I'm a grown-up who can't be supervised or can't be left unsupervised. So Miss Diane leaves children in charge of me. And oh, where's our new star, baby girl? Are you coming up here to see Daddy too? Oh, there she is. The star of the MK video. Miss Morgan. Trouble personified. In her little special world, I have now become the protectorate. I need to be protected at all times. Obviously from this vicious Vanquish product. Are we making sure we're okay? Is it okay? Is it clear? Are we okay? All right. So enough tomfoolery. So quickly, we're going to try not to, Morgan, leave it be. We're going to try not to get wrapped up in the tariff stuff. But again, I have to give a huge shout out to Traxxas. I have never in my life seen the kind of deals that Traxxas has right now on their high lift, or what are their jacked up trucks called? Man, it was right there. Rough High Country? Something like that, I think. $100 off. $100 off their TRX4 Sport, which is, we can argue about it, one of the best cheap ready runs you can buy. I mean, it's got what you need. Lock diffs, wheels and tires, and a radio. That's all you need. That will get anyone out on the road for $3 and some change right now. And they're offering free bits and deals. It's crazy. But meanwhile, then they release a $1,300 truck. You know, for those of you, let me go back in time for a moment. So, right now, currently, Traxxas, most innovative new thing they've come out with. It's a dune buggy. It is in their big, huge max scale. It's electric. Electric has brakes built in. Well, this one's offering front brakes, which everybody has been saying, oh, that's never been done before. Well, let's go back in time. Not only was it done before, it's still being done by the company who did it, which would be Rovin RC. Rovin RC and King Motors both created what most people know as the HPI Baja, and then the Baja T. Those trucks were released a year or two before the HPI on their website, which when those trucks came out, websites weren't huge. Basically, a lot of people were still using RC magazines, but they offered brake kits for those trucks because they quickly realized that a 5th scale truck moving at 30 miles an hour needed more than one little disc brake. And a lot of times when you adjusted that brake to actually be able to slow that truck down, it would squeeze so hard the pins would push through the mount. So they came up with front brakes, disc brake kits you put on the truck. They also offered 4-wheel drive kits for those 2-wheel drive Bajas and Baja Ts. They called it the Terminator. Tiberius, what do you have? Come here. Come here with that. I'm going to pick this up right now. So, this innovative that everyone's ranting about, that has never been seen before, I've seen it before. I've got 2 of those trucks. I've got the Baja, which I converted into a truck. And then I've got the truck that the HPI short course truck didn't last very long. But the Rovin RC did. And I picked that truck up minus the motor for $600 for a 5th scale. Paid another $130 for a souped up 30cc motor for it. Still have that truck, but those gas motors were finicky and haven't done anything with it. Well, now I've got it in my wish list waiting for that Rovin to reach out to me. It's a bit pricey, $400, but it's a complete kit including motor, ESC, battery compartment, because the gasser doesn't have that. Completely overhauling the truck, $400. When they send me an email, I'm probably going to get it, because I would love to get one of those trucks. Sits in this workshop all the time, and I'd love to get that back out, because I let it sit for a couple years and it refuses to start. Got to pull the carburetor. Way more work than I want to do on an RC car, but I've got plenty of batteries. Give me a brushless. We're going to set that up. But the haters, when you look at the SCX6, for what you get for $1,200, I'd spend $1,300 on a Traxxas all day long. Dune buggy. You know, because right now, here in the interior of Alaska, we are covered with white sand. So that dune buggy would work great. And, but it's a thing. And if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But why are you on, I'm going to bust this right out, RC Driver. One of the nicest individuals you would ever meet on the YouTube. He is just the best. But meanwhile, his comment section just turned into complete hate. There was a guy bouncing around to all the different comments just to be a dick. I mean, what? Sit in your little basement and type on your computer, I'm a tough guy. Get ridiculous. It's a thing. Short course trucks came out. When Traxxas released short course trucks, guess what? What the hell's a short course truck? Why do I want that? Yeah, it looks like a big piece of crap. Traxxas revolutionized the RC market with short course trucks. They still exist. They still exist with other brands. They've gotten bigger, smaller. That is, when you are hating on Traxxas, you need to step back and say, hey, they innovated. The Max trucks, really not my bag, but holy crap, huge following. TRX4s. They offer a lot of options on what kind of TRX4 you want. Other than the fact that they just keep releasing bodies, hey, can't rag on that when, say, I don't like a ready to run because it's a Land Rover. Well, then you give me the same option, but you give it to me in a Chevy truck. Hey, that's the way business works. Offer people what they want. And if you have people that didn't like what you have, well, what don't you like about that truck? Well, I don't like Land Rovers. Well, did you see the square body I've got out right now? Or did you see the Blazer I've got out? Boom. People are complaining the fact that, the TRX4's been out for a while and there's no innovation. Well, it's their first rock crawler. Theoretically, if you look at Axial, they've just taken the same platform and just made it a little bit bigger. My point is, we still have options for companies who are not trying to screw us, like Horizon Hobby says. It hasn't shipped yet as of tonight. I'll go to sleep and it'll be tomorrow in China, and hopefully I'll have an email. But you can still get good deals from these other companies. And if, oh man, I've just moved my factory to a country that's not China, but China got tariffs. Maybe the reason that Traxxas hasn't raised their prices is their factory's in Taiwan, which is not a country being tariffed by the United States. Last time I checked, I thought that Axial Horizon Hobbies was using Taiwan also. I don't know for sure. At this point, I don't care. The minute you jump on a bandwagon to raise prices on something, now everyone else is lowering prices. Cry me that river again. And we're going to move on. We covered the tariff. We covered the sales. Did we get the JK07 chomping at the bit? And you know what? Also, there we go again. The company I gave you in the, do I want to call it the MK? The MK07 video about the sticker kits. They're on sale right now. So I spent my lunch hour eating at my desk, perusing those stickers, and still couldn't decide. Well, hello. What? But there we go. Those are on sale. Wow. Daddy's delicious tonight. Oh, it's a kiss fest. Okay. Go lick your butt some more so then you can gross people out when you're giving kisses. He doesn't lick his butt. He's proper. But here is a tidbit, since we're going on the whole Chinese thing. How many of you love Hobby Wing electronics? How many of you love the price of Hobby Wing products? I'm going to tell you what, I'm so old, I remember when speed controls first came out. And they were $100. And that's in old time money. Back when we was going to the theater for a matinee at 5 cents. Full of shit, I'm not that old. Hobby Wing has released the 1080 G2, which is a new version that allows you what they're calling the real car experience. And it has extra leads on it that you can plug into spare channels and get more realistic driving profiles to include adjusting your drag brake. You can do forward brake reverse, or you can hit the channels and do different things. I don't want to go into all the technical stuff because until I was prepping for this video, I didn't even know the G2 was a thing. But when my hobby shop lured me into this, I had to get some spare batteries. He had one 1080 left. I just grabbed it, didn't read it. You know, typical shop supplies to fill my wall of many things that I haven't used. Who's got an SCX 10.3 and would love some SSD portal weights? I've got a set. Let me grab those real quick. Ugh. Oh, it's so high up. I don't know why. Portal brass weights for the SCX 10.3 or Capra. Excuse me, walk in here. Here they are. There's a part number if you want to research it. I don't know why I have those. I've got some cabbaged light kits up here. God, I've got so much weird shit up there. Let me look at something. Let me look at the flagship, the channel flagship until. Oh, so those are rear. Those are rear weights. Why I had two of those, I don't know. But let me know, shoot an email to the email that's down below. But with the Hobby Wing will only warranty stuff from their distributors. I got this because I had to research this G2. No Hong Kong or Chinese the retailers are authorized dealers, and anything you buy from Hong Kong or China will not be warranted. Banggood is not an authorized dealer. I thought Hobby Wing came from China. Lo and behold, there it is. Top Air Swing Gun. I read that on their website. Boy, we're just all over the rails tonight. Oh, wait a minute, there's Chinese writing on the back. Doodle-doo. You're lucky I can read fast. Of course, for some reason, this does not give me motor limits. Okay, so this sheet doesn't have any disclaimers, but their website does. So think about that before you buy from an online vendor, if they're Hong Kong, China, or from Banggood. Which, Banggood, you can smooch the largest part of my posterior, because I'm not doing any business with you anymore. And not Temu, damn it. What the heck's that other one called? AliExpress. You're a close second with the scammer that I nailed first thing with the truck I was going to get. Now, as per usual, I have the best subscribers on the YouTube. But I do disagree with a couple of you guys on Vanquish. And I know it feels really weird in my mouth when I spent so much time. Well, no, it doesn't really matter. Before their original origin truck was a aluminized SCX-10-2. I did not see any difference except for the shape of the axles and a little bit of the underside bodywork. And then I decided to pull the trigger, and because my good friend Ron Hellman passed away without having built a Vanquish kit, I got this Phoenix kit on a lot because it was a straight axle. And yeah, it's got some doodads on it and it's heavy. But I built this truck to honor Ron. And in honoring Ron, I was enlightened. Hey, you two meatheads, enough. I love engineering. And when I build a kit, if that kit is mindless, I can still enjoy it. An SCX-10-2, I can build, because I've built so many of the axial OGs and the 2s, I can build those kits without even reading the instructions. But FMS, not FMS, MST and Vanquish really impressed me with the build kit. Yowie! I am going to come down there. I'm going to come. What do you got? Right now. We're done. A piece of a toy. They've really impressed me with the level of engineering. MST, if a lot of people just, it's cheap Chinese crap, blah, blah, blah. When I built the CFXW portal kit, servo on axle, a lot of people ragged on it for that, but it came with a hinged body. Bodies are made by Tamiya. What is going on tonight? I'm going to beat all of you when the camera stops rolling. Oh, don't pretend like you're innocent. The tight fit, the good quality, the build of the kit. I really appreciate that. And Vanquish kits are like that. The instruction books can be a little screwy. Oh, you're adorable. And you have to pay attention. But you know what? I've built probably at least 50 or more Tamiya kits. If you slack even a minuscule on a Tamiya kit, you're going to mess it up. And you're going to have to go back because you're going to screw something up. So, not a big thing. But now that I've had this for a week, Yowie, stop chewing on your daughter. Now that I've had this a week, and other than just getting it out, just driving it, this is with just that one little skid plate with a transmission and a motor on it. Everything else on this truck, when I compare it to my Phoenix or my Ford Ice, is different. I mean, except for the wheels. Oh, what did I do with the Ford Ice? Oh, it's up here. So the Ford Ice and the Optic have the exact same wheels. But this truck it's different. I mean, just the axles alone. Taking your existing platform, putting different axles on it. You know, it looks like they use the same lengths off of the Ford Ice. But you know, that's weight savings. But they're still metal links, even if they're a little bit smaller. And this is what I would like to see from a lot of these manufacturers. So you took an existing part and you made it a little bit different. And some people, you know, they're priced high, they're overrated. You know what? In this current RC market, they're all overrated. If you compare price to product, everything on the market is overpriced. When you look at the fact of, well, look at Rollarlo. Look at what you can get from that company for your money. You know, $749 for a 7-scale truck full of electronic innovation. That's a pretty good deal. If they could do a 110 scale in a similar product, let's dump the Wranglers and do something else. Europe, for God's sake, is full of awesome vehicles. Anything's different. Make more Jubilees. I love Jubilees. But currently, that is the $100 off Traxxas vehicles right now. Now you're talking. Now you're in the ballpark where, why am I going to spend almost $600 for a 10 scale when I can get a TRX-6 for a little bit more? Sure, you got a beautiful body and whatnot, and you got to pay for licensing. Well, TRX-6 Ultimate Hauler, you don't have to pay for licensing, but a TRX-6 you do. You know, I understand licensing. I got a tidbit when the TRX-4 first came out that Land Rover was hella expensive because of licensing. But call around. You're a big company, you get licensing. Call around, see if one of these other companies with just some random vehicle. Hell, why not, if you've ever seen the Grand Tour, Jeremy Clarkson took, oh, what the hell was that car? A Bentley, one of their sport Bentleys, and he lifted it, put bigger tires on it, put a roll cage on it. That car was so crazy to Bentley, they brought it and put it in their headquarters lobby for a year. Hell, make an off-road Bentley and slap it on a crawler with a roll cage on it. That'd be awesome. You know, those are the kind of, you know, unfortunately I'm not the whole world, but if you were an RC company and you came out with a caged Bentley off-road vehicle, I'd buy it. TRX-6, Mercedes, oh, it's way up there. I bought that in silver just because Richard Hammond drove it in Top Gear in Dubai through an indoor friggin' pool. And he was driving around the desert. It's the only reason I bought it other than it being a 6-wheel. So before I just rant on all night long, again, you want to raise your prices, give us something new. That's all I'm saying. Or be good like a lot of you are and lower prices on things and people will buy them. With that, let's get to the shout outs because, hey, I've got only 6 people. One of them is returning. Thezalore, thanks for coming back, Dave. Good to see you, Mr. David. AIM RC Hobby. I can answer you right now, but I still will answer you in the comments. I would have to get with Jesse, who needs to get with Chris, to find out if there is a file for the body holder for the MK07. But I will try to get you info. RC Sinpa, RC Boy 619, Edgewood, Tracy McKnight, and that is Trace, because of Tracy McKnight is the reason this is on the bench, because Tracy, I'm going to answer you in the comment section, but I'm going to tell you right now. A Hobby Wing 1080, which can handle motors down to with 2S, 10 turns, 3S, 16 turns. If you run 3S and you put a 16 turn motor in this, you're still going to be able to crawl, but you will get that pep you're looking for. But then again, you could still, with a 19 turn Hobby Wing 1080, you would still get more pep out of this if you're just using it for pep every now and again. But it is still going to have the gearing, and you can adjust with that 1080. You can control all that. Your punch, your initial takeoff, your drag brake. You can do all that with there. So you can put, hell, you could probably put a 20 turn motor in here, go through all the adjustments, and still have that little pep you want. Just saying, technology is wonderful. And with that, another one in the can, and I appreciate for all you new viewers, like and subscribe. Go down below to the description. That's where the channel email is. If you want to send me pictures or send me questions you don't want on the comment section, go there. My Relarlo affiliate link, who we'll see. I'm trying to get a big Relarlo behind me, but I haven't heard back. And I just asked him, hey, you guys want to hang out? You want to do a thing? Give me a banner. Because they don't really have a lot of products that I want. I'm looking at the rally car, but we're not there yet. I've got 2 new projects, this one, and you may have noticed another one. I'm not going to give it away. I've got now too many products that I'm trying to work on. I've ignored this one completely. We're going to let it leak dry on its shocks. But the other project I've already done some things to. We still got the JK or the JT coming. But that's about it for new products. I said there was going to be more, but you know what? I just pumped my brakes. Because the other ones I was looking at, suddenly they got more expensive. And that's how it rolled. Got more expensive, don't want them anymore. And that's how business works. I like saying that. Give me a product I want at a price that I want. Otherwise, I won't buy, and I'll do something else. I still like the idea of just upgrading things. with that, another one in the can. Again, like and subscribe, comment, so we can have a little banter back and forth. And Jesse, quit trying to take over my channel. And with that, I will talk to you on the next one.